Well, here we go. We sat by the fields of Passchendaele, my son and I. The poppies danced in the breeze. We heard our brothers scream among the blood and bone. They looked to the heavens. Nobody came to help. We left the war to end all wars. We sat by the entrance of the concentration camps. Somewhere in the distance, someone played a violin. Our hearts bled. We saw the fires of hell. Half-burned brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers clutching their children in a death embrace. They looked to the heavens. Nobody came to help. We sat by the blossom trees in Japan. Their sweet smell filled the air. We saw brothers and sisters kneel in prayer as hell dropped from the skies. We watched our friends burst into flames. They looked skyward. Nobody came to help. We sat by the fields of Cambodia. We stared at the myriad bleached skulls of our friends and family. Nobody came to help. We watched mothers weep for their dead children. Nobody came to help. They all looked to the heavens. We watched Iraq burn. Nobody helped. We sat by the fields of Eastern Europe, watching the walking dead go by. Nobody came to help. We stood by and watched Syrians' children fall. Nobody came to help. We sat and watched Palestine's children murdered. Mothers, fathers, all had cast their eye to the heavens. Nobody came to help. We wept a million tears, my son and I. We sat among the ruins. We wept again at our brothers and sisters lying in the cold embrace of death, the undignified death of bombs and bullets. What had we done? The devil had won this one. We looked to the skies. We wept. There we go, that's one. I was asked to be a witness at the court of retribution. I sat transfixed as witness after witness was called. All asked the same question. Why the children? The Israeli people sat, heads bowed. Thousands upon thousands of Palestinian people, all weeping, all holding their children close. All looked with contempt at the Israelis in the court of retribution. But all asked the same question. Why? No Israeli could answer. All sat with bowed heads. The witnesses left the court. Mile after mile of proud people. Women, children, all fell past the Israeli people in this court of retribution. They stood on their own. The ground opened up. The fiery stench was overpowering. All knew where they were going. The fires of hell awaited. Not one was spared. All marched slowly towards their end. Perhaps all child killers will smell that stench one day. Then we will file out of another court of retribution. One day, the dance with the devil will stop. One day.
Pharmaceutical refuse, including chemicals and even body parts, are waiting to be
we'll go to the Tory party.
There are also delays at 5 other sites in England.
Westminster had tried everything to stop Scotland having its independence. All the dirty tricks in the Westminster Book of Treachery, nothing worked. All the media sycophants, all the Scottish traitors, all the ermine chasers, nothing worked. Westminster were going maniacal. World leaders with their supposed unbiased opinions couldn't help. Independence would be Scotland's. 3 weeks before the bombs dropped, Westminster had uncovered a massive terrorist organisation in Scotland. All rubbish, but by the time the Westminster media of world leaders were finished, we were all traitors. Scotland was riddled with activists plotting the overthrow of democracy in the Western world. American warmongers wanted action against the Scots as a matter of urgencies. Urgency? The Scots all knew they were the catalyst for world change, but we had our independence. Others would follow. True democracy would follow in Scottish footsteps. Discussions followed, all to no avail. Westminster were having none of it. They had massive intelligence, supposed intelligence, against the Scots, supplied by MI5, MI6 and most of the intelligence agencies around the world for feared true democracy. The drones were first to appear over Scottish skies. All were dismissed by the media as precautions against terrorism. We were under attack. We knew it, but nobody listened. The border was closed. Tanks and artillery lined thousands deep. There was no escape. All of Scotland was declared a no-fly zone. Ports were closed. Trains and all vehicles transport were stopped at the border. Scotland was paralysed. We waited and waited. We tried to maintain normality. We worked. The kids went to school. We functioned. All the time the Westminster Parliament piled on evidence for invasion of Scotland. All the time aided and abetted by the corrupt media. We mobilised our remaining regiments parallel to the military might of the establishment. The contrast was pitiful, but we stood our ground. The first bombs struck at 9:30 AM on the 3rd of September 2022. A hospital in Aberdeen, Cornhill Hospital. No warnings. 37 died in their beds. Next was West Hill, an oil suburb since the 1970s. Again, no warning. A bomb hit my neighbour's house. A single parent with 3 boys and their cats. The house disappeared. We never found them. Just a red stain scattered all around the rubble of a family home amid the broken toys and scattered remnants of clothes. Next to go was Elric School. A double strike reduced it to ruins. The unimaginable horror scattered around for a quarter of a mile. We ran to help, but there was nothing left to help. They were all gone. Infants and teachers, all gone. By now, 30 bombs had hit West Hill, dropped from the skies. We were on fire. Mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, babies, all were wiped from the face of the earth. We heard on our mobile phones that most of Scotland had been demolished. Kids playing on beaches were hit by shell fire, fired from offshore. We were finished as a nation. We would never rise again from the ashes. We were razed to the ground. 27,000 were wiped from Scottish soil. Not one oil installation was hit. Tells you something. Hundreds of bombs dropped, hundreds of rockets, but they still managed to miss the oil installations. We knew what the score was. Most of us did. But who was listening? No one listens until it happens to them. Then it's too late. We'll try one more. I am sitting on my settee, safe, but Palestine's children are forever on my mind. Bob Dylan is singing about dignity and despair. It's gone. The dignity of the Israeli people is gone, replaced by a nothing, a blank nothing. I struggle now for words. I struggle now for words. We have said it all, and still the bombs drop, still the children's fall. The United Nations discuss, the bombs still fall. The Israeli representative talks with as much conviction, shows me, as if he were having a conversation about a dead cat at the side of the road, even less. Dignity is not on show. What do we do now? The compassionate, the caring, the lovers of this world. We weep. What are we supposed to do? The world seems terrified of the Israelis, terrified to talk, to condemn, to accuse, to point the accusing finger. What are we to do? Wait till there is no more Palestine, no more people, all dead, are pushed into the sea. Who will we blame? If the Palestine people vanish, will you weep? Will you struggle to sleep at night? Will the faces of dead Palestinian children visit you in the night? Somehow I don't think so. Get the popcorn, pull up a chair, the news is on. Oh bugger, change channels, the soaps are starting. Something's happening in EastEnders, we can't miss that. I go for a walk. I sit at my favourite spot by the edge of the woods by my house. I look to the sky. Birds are busy, squirrels are out in force. Dogs are barking somewhere in the distance. I hear a bus somewhere, heading for town, all normal. While I've been sitting embracing normality, a nightmare crashes down on children's heads in a far-off country. They won't sit and watch the birds. They won't even hear another bus rumble past. No more dogs barking. Their parents weep for their lost children. I stand up to go. The stars are coming out. They say the stars are all the children that go to heaven early. I don't know about that. There's a lot of new stars twinkling tonight. I head for home to cuddle my son. I couldn't care a monkey's what the Israelis think as far as I'm concerned. They have turned into a race of horrible child killers. They are despicable. Not all, but the majority. They should be ashamed of themselves. Now they want dissent. No dissent. Stuff your head in a bag and blow. Maybe some sense will blow up your ass because it's shit that comes out of your mouth. Give your ass a break. Don't come your anti-Semitist crap with me. I was very pro-Israel a while back, but you are now evil incarnate. Your rockets are blasting children to bits. Your propaganda would put the Nazis to shame. Look in the mirror. Please, for God's sake, look in the mirror. You will see Hitler looking back with a wry smile. That's how low you've all sunk. Dance with the devil, you monsters, you horrible people, child killers. I don't know. Ah well, I'll finish with a Scottish. Gin I Was God by Charles Murray. Sitting up there I've been, weary nae doot, no I'm a dark was Dean. Deaved with the harps and hymns, unending ringing. Tired of the flocking angels, hearse we singing. To some cloud edge I would dagger forth and feth. Look o'er and watch who things were again and neath sign. Gin I saw who men I'd made myself had started into shooting, pushing to reave and rape, and fairly mark a hell for my braw Berlin earth. A hale week's work, I'd cast my coat again, row up my sark, and o'er the time to lynch another ark, I'd tack back my world and send another spate. Drone the hale hypothec, deck the slate, own up my mistake, and inside clear the brood, start athin o'er again. Gin I was God. Well, I better wrap it up. I'm rattling on again. Toodaloo, the new.